It's that time once again, and no candy involved, just a nice time out in the rural countryside. Non Beauty has been a show, if nothing else, just nice and calming. With a nice spattering of rather indignant characters. But whether or not you realise who you're talking to, or if you've got shoes that are full of the rotting floorboards on which upon you tread, there's a little something for, well, almost everyone in this show. I do like how it is such a small community here that there are only like a handful of characters that you get to know, and that is everyone. So, who's it going to follow today? What kind of adventures are going to be had? Is it going to be in the big outdoors? We've got the hustle and bustle of city life, got to entertain themselves somehow, and I want to see it. You know, one thing that is always going to make me feel slightly odd and yet also peaceful at the same time is listening to any sort of anime, and especially in summer, and hearing the cicadas. Since it's not something we have pretty much at all in Britain. Also, now that I have my own garden, I have been thinking of growing my own bits and pieces. Yeah, I thought I was just going to grab out some salmon or something. I mean, what's wrong with calling the crab salt? They're meant to get the watermelons, they've instead found some crustaceans. I mean, it's a difficult distinction to make. They're so close to each other, obviously. Crunch. Will it be how much they're allowed to eat is dependent on what grades they've got? 5s across the board. I don't know about the grading system that they use, but I'm assuming that's kind of decent. For potentially good... Has she got the right card? And her sister? Oh no, but it's out of 10. You just destroyed her little self-confidence boost. What a terrible day for rain. They actually got the voice warble in there as well. Well, she moved. This place hasn't got their own new sculpture in this place. Now, I've brought this up in conversation before, but putting various condiments and whatnot on things you don't really expect, like salt on watermelon, maybe you just put on too much. It tastes like the cruelty of the universe. Yeah. But how well is the crab going to fare? Don't just chuck it, though. Oh, okay. Taking some of the advice to heart and not throwing a fit. That's a well-adjusted child. but did even say goodbye to Salt. Okay, I wondered what the hell was going on. Until next time. Does she have some? At least she doesn't have some sort of separation issues. Being able to understand it's not in the crab's best interest and put it back. I'd have trouble doing that now, let alone when I was younger. But seeing just the lives that they lead, especially in the summer when it's all warm and they're allowed to just go out on these small school trips, which would have been impossible in a larger school. Maybe life out in the sticks isn't so bad. Everything definitely does seem a little more simple. And I'm guessing that we will actually be going through the various seasons and stages in this show. There's still plenty more for them to experience. But with summer vacation and not having to go to school, are they still going to try and spend time together as friends, or got their own stuff to do? Huh? They have another sibling? She seems exhausted from that sound of her saying she's back. I mean, it does seem like it would be how I'd act if I came back from a long absence to the family home. So, where's the fridge? And I mean, she's not lying so far. I thought she might be exaggerating slightly or telling a tall tale. Is she enthralled by the idea of bullet trains? Shinkansen. They cater to your every whim if it comes to juice. You want to be the cart pusher? Ah, some aspiring height there. How much does it cost? Is there tips on? Actually, noticing there's a new face amongst them. Oh no, the only thing that defined her. And now being deprived of all of that because someone actually from Tokyo. So. Oh, really? Not particularly. Not a train, yeah. Took a plane. All of her cool stories, all for naught now. She might as well just go back to Tokyo. How long is she going to stay there? Waiting for them to return? Just continue the story. Yeah, someone may hear. Try and keep hold of some of that dignity. At least she's enjoying her dream. Food and money, the only thing that truly matters. Ow. Just let her have this one for a little bit longer, even if she is hungry. There's not much else going on for her. Surprisingly well animated ice in a glass. Although all it really needs to do is a static background and a few drips of water. Cat. There's not much I can say about that. Yeah, the wandering about not quite knowing what you're doing. Climb up some stairs, jump off the top. I mean, I did that earlier when I was getting lunch, so... At least she doesn't have a recorder with us, because in the summer holidays... A new face? Why are they outstanding on a bridge? The side eye. Walk past the civilian, not trying to pay any attention. Out here just trying to capture the landscape. Apparently she doesn't mind being stared at. Much like the sister was back for the holidays, there are others that are visiting. She'll be the tour guide for the evening. But maybe the things that Reggae sees and thinks are cool might not transfer over. Something cool, okay. As long as she knows the way back. There's a few small streams like that somewhat around here when I was growing up. Thinking back and other times just wandering around. Oh, Star Water Wheel. I told you it would be something awesome, didn't I? Gotta get it in focus. The chirp of the camera on every photo, though. You're gonna have to give a rundown? Yeah. Face it the other way, actually. Did she accidentally get a picture of them both? That's might be a treasured memory later on. Or, well, don't say it. We haven't seen the outcome of her photos, though. Are any of them in focus? Unfortunately, it means that she's going to have to actually get a camera. Does she remember? Okay, she at least remembers how to get back. That could have been rather dreadful. A summer holiday friendship. Well, I think she's in a somewhat good mood after a day like that, making a new acquaintance. So she has somewhere to be. Another crab? Or is it actually a fish this time? Teaching others her bear instincts. Is that I was about to say, was that the vehicle thing that was in the grandparents' driveway? Good callback as well to the amazing whistling skills. But also condensing an entire day into a matter of 30 seconds. I wonder if, after all is said and done, they'll keep in touch after this, considering it is just a summer holiday type thing. Jolted awake. No, you're not even asking for breakfast or anything. Out of my way. She's busy. She is raring to go. I'm pretty sure she was like that the entire time, every day. Actually ran all the way here. Not waiting to catch her breath before ringing the bell. Not who she expected to see. She had to take her back. The the very expressive Renge, how's she going to react about having a friend disappear on her after they made such plans and had such fun? Let it sink in for a little bit. Well, there's a blink, there's some sort of life in there. I think this is the longest there's ever been a slow fade zoom into a... Well, it's not even fade zoom. Slow zoom into someone's face. Oh, the sound is back. Took a while, but... all the fun that she had planned, just escaping there in a solitary tear. Single sunflower as well. Some imagery here. But there's definitely... That's just harsh, isn't it? Showing all the scenes that we've seen before that she spent with the new friend. All of that excitement and cheer drained out of her completely. I remember going on holiday many, many, many years ago now. And then meeting people you become friends with, just for it to end as the holiday's over. I don't even remember their names now. I think she hasn't really done much other than lay there for the past few hours. A week. Okay. Yeah. This is just her life now. She has a gift. Ah. A letter. Give it over. Does she want to read it to her? She actually read the letter that was meant for the... She'll just have to wait a year. Sure. Keep that with pride. Lunch can wait. This is more important. A drawing in return for the photo. I mean, once she gets going, there's no stopping her, so... At least she's out of her little funk. But that entire storyline was so... painfully sweet. Having her so expressive in comparison to how we usually see her, that truly hit her hard. Still, not only was it almost losing a friend, but the end of her photography career before it even started. And it was, like I said, the accidental capture of the photo of the two of them together. It's... If we are going through the years and the seasons, will there be a return? Or is that just a mention for the future? That she's still out there somewhere, she has a pen pal kind of thing. Although if many, many episodes from now it does actually get referenced to this friend, I would like that. She's watching a show of herself. I do like how it's now changed. She's busy drawing that picture. Huh? There are some things that you just have to enjoy. A nice summer's day out with a friend is one of them. thinking back, well, think of my life now and how I spend my spare time, I'm kind of content. Well, in more ways than one, I'm actually far happier now than I was a few years ago. But the simplicity of not having to worry about anything, just like, you know what? I'm gonna go for a walk. Go play down the old watermill. Catch a crab or two. I don't know how relatable it is in current years for someone growing up, but for when I was a child, the things here, I wasn't quite as in such a rural place as they're living, but still, how she spends her time, yeah, no, somewhat close to how it panned out for me as a child. Until we got a TV and a computer, in which case my life was over at that point. I'm inside 24/7. And with all that, the idea of making a new friend that is so ephemeral, that friendship lasting only a few days, the summer meant to be so much longer, the time meant to be. There's so much to show her as well. But no. Life can be fickle and cruel, torn away so quickly. But also the dad had to work and had to go and pick her up, and so had to leave early. But don't worry, she'll be back next summer to visit the grandparents. Does that mean she's only seeing the grandparents once a year? Even if it's for an extended couple of weeks or so, but still. Huh. I guess it's slightly different living in Britain, where we're all relatively close. Even the furthest you have to drive is like 5 hours. But anyone living fully across country and whatnot, actually only being able to see family once a year, if that, it would definitely make it a bit more special. But also, Renge just accidentally making a new friend so easily. Stare at someone long enough on a bridge? I think we now know how it works, right? But we also learned how to cool off watermelon. I've definitely seen chilled watermelon, not cooled down in a brook or a stream, though. Definitely not one that is home to a few critters and crustaceans and crabs. I do wonder, though, much like the friend coming back in a year, if the pet salt will make a return in fall. Like I said, when autumn rolls around, it's a easier time to look after a pet crab. Or if you'll forget all about it. Gonna have to find out, though. Once again, such a joyous day and a nice, calming. There's really no other way of saying it. Everything about this was calming. The slow sound of cicadas in summer. Even with the summer showers leading a little bit of a drizzle along the tracks and whatnot. You could almost smell the wet grass and everything. Maybe I just left a window open. But still, there's quite a lot to enjoy. And if you did, I hope to hear it. If you have any grand memories from years gone by, I hope you can hold on to them. Some things are best left not forgotten. Even if only in the smallest way. If you remembered something important to you today, let me know. If you enjoyed this episode, maybe leave a like and a comment down below. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out future episodes. It won't be a year's time, you'll have to wait, but still, best not to risk it. But still. And with all of that, get some rest, so that I can see you in the next one. My patrons are more than just a summer friendship, because they really are the reason why my channel can exist for so long. And if you would also like to help it survive through various seasons, consider joining on as well. And maybe alongside Noku, Sal, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Shiwan, Tori Jane and everyone else, we can make some memories to be proud of.